call this meeting to order, determine there's a quorum. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, myself, we have a quorum. Y'all will please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Flores, if you don't mind.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Approving minutes, I didn't have none. Did we have some, Mr. Chairman?
Motion approved. Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Before I go into citizens' comments, real quick, I'm gonna go to judges' comments. I was gonna ask for a moment of silence right here for what happened over the weekend. But, what happened should not be normal. It just, shit, we have people that run for office. We need to respect that. If you don't like the individual, vote for the other. But this man was our president, is running for president again, and the actions that were taken, again, just cannot, it can't be part of our damn society. It just can't. This man deserves all the respect possible for the simple reason that he has taken it upon himself to run. And us as elected officials and people that have run for office, people that are running for office out in the audience, it takes a lot on your family, on your friends and everybody else. This is something that should not be part of our society. That's my comments. Citizens' comments. Ms. Sanchez? Paloma? She's with a public health nurse. She's already given us a presentation. Karen, I have one if you want.
Oh, I have an extra one. Good morning. Thank you, Judge Owens and Commissioners. My name is Paloma Sanchez. I am the public health nurse for the Texas Department of State Health Services. By my side, I have Ms. Gail Morrow, who is our Deputy Regional Director, and Madison Gilbert from our Data Analytics team. Public Health Region 8 is committed to preventing disease and protecting the health of our residents in our region. We participate in the Tri-National Health Council called the COFINA. We provide immunizations to infants, children, and adults. We assist schools, healthcare providers, and hospitals with notifiable conditions and disease reporting. Inside your annual reports, you will find the Val Verde County insert for the year of 2023. Now, these numbers that you see, they are different in each department, and we have a list of providers that can report confirmed and suspected cases to DSHS. We've had 74 disease investigations, which are these notifiable conditions that we have on our chart from providers. On the other side, we have epidemiology. We have 14 salmonella cases, 33 reported of notifiable conditions. For tuberculosis, we've had 9 contacts identified, and we've done 224 DOT treatments. For HIV and STDs, we've had 26 residents receiving care to our clinic, and we also have 270 positive sexually transmitted illnesses. And we've had 1 shelter that was inspected, which we do every year. As far as immunizations, we've done over 118, and we serve 10 specialized health and social services. Again, in the back of your annual report, you will find information that will be very helpful for anyone here that would need it. It has different programs, the contact names and office of the numbers as emails if you would like to contact anybody else as far as the departments that we have. Yeah, would you?
And it was my fault that it didn't get put on. We were going to try to do it in the evening, the next meeting, because we usually have more people here.
Okay.
So we didn't put it on. Again, my bad.
Not a problem.
Thank you for having us. It's our pleasure to serve La Verde County, and Paloma is a fairly new member of our staff, but we are proud of the services that we provide and look forward to hearing from you about your ideas regarding public health activities in this county.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. Only had one for citizens' comments. Ms. Russ, did you sit down? Yeah. You coming? Okay. I'm gonna push you forward. I know you probably have somewhere else to be. Item 45, is part of the HR report. We're gonna go to it. Discussion possible action for Suzanne West District Attorney requesting the issuance of checks to Hillary Showers, Second Assistant District Attorney, effective June 17th, 2024, with a salary of $78,162.79 plus SB money of $33,837.21 for a total of $112,000. The reason that this is on there by itself is the base pay for this position is $76,291.14. When the individual that was there left, you correct me if I'm wrong, come on up, please. It was at $78,162.79. We have changed base pay or changed the pay for other individuals, during the year. The only thing that's different about this one is that we're going back to June 17th, is what you're asking, right?
Right.
Okay.
So
Which,
you hired this person at a different salary than with the base, without getting Commissioner Court approval.
She already worked for us, so we're switching her over to, the county side. So when we put in for her to get paid, it didn't even occur to me there was the base question. So that's not come up with our people before. So we had that come up with another one recently, and I realized how we messed that up. We weren't intending to go outside of what you guys normally do. So all we intended to do was take the pay that was budgeted and use that for this person and then cover other with the supplement. So I fully understand that's outside of what you guys are intended, the policies you're intending to do with your base pay. So however you guys want to do it, I've just hired her at this pay, and I have to make it up some other way if y'all don't want to change that base. But I had no intention of messing with your policy. I didn't realize I was putting it in incorrectly.
I don't have a problem with doing it, it's just doing it before we make the decision so that we know for sure if that's what we want to do. I'll make a motion to approve.
I've got a question. Hold on. Let's get the motion, that way we all understand what the motion is. We'll get a second to that, and then we'll have discussion.
I'll make a motion to approve moving the base, not moving the base, but bringing this person in at 78. And you want to go back to when? July, June 20th?
It says June 17th.
June 17th, thank you.
Do you have the funding to cover that piece up to today?
Cover the supplement for the full pay?
No.
No, the back, the difference between the 76, 291 and the 78.
What he's trying to do is cover your base, move the base up to the 78.
Okay.
For
But
today,
not
starting
pay,
today.
not be retroactive.
You have the money to cover the retro part,
You're talking a month.
We'll find it if you need it, yes.
effective today. And any shortfall needs to be covered by the district attorney. That's my motion.
Second. Commissioner Flores.
No, I had a question, these are not pay increases, right? Or we're just changing the base?
What was in her budget for the second assistant, what that individual was getting paid was $78,162.79. So it's not our part.
Right.
So it's not going to affect us in the budget. The only question was when are we going to raise it? Which that's been answered in the motion. It would be effective today, not June 17th. And the base pay was at the $76,291.14.
So we're adjusting base pay, this is not pay increases.
This right here, the base pay right now is going to remain the same. We're just going to bump them to whatever that position was making at the time that the person vacated that position. Makes sense.
Well, no.
It's not costing us any more money than it was in the budget.
I know, but we're using grant money.
We're using.
So at the time that grant money is gone, what
she
are
is
we gonna
using-
do with it?
Okay, she is using grant money to supplement the difference between the 78,000 and change and the $112,000 that she's getting paid. So there is a grant money, which is SB 22. Right now it's broke up into, county attorney, district attorney, It's all SB 22 money, and then there's another part that we're using that is SB 22 also for the sheriff's office. Day before yesterday, yes, it's grant money. Day before yesterday, and probably to answer the next question is, what happens when the money goes away? The day before yesterday, I'm pretty sure everybody got the same email. We have August 2nd, is when the portal opens again to go back in and reapply for the funds for SB 22 money.
Next year.
Yes, for the next fiscal year. So right now, we're covered to the end of this fiscal year. August 22nd, portal opened back up, and the three of us, basically, the court and y'all can reapply again for SB 22 money. So it looks like we will have funds, the supplements that everybody's paying, it looks like we will have funds again for next fiscal year. And that's your question.
Yeah.
Both you and Commissioner Nettleton have brought up the deal, what happens if this goes away.
Yeah.
If this goes away, we are listing in the budget, there's a line item that says SB 22, that way we can keep track of. If the money goes away and it's no longer there, we could actually drop it because the county's.
Adjust
Yes, sir.
the
Yes.
salaries.
Yes.
So just so you guys, all of our grant employees are well aware that,
Of that it's,
that the grant is not guaranteed. Some of them are 2-year grants, this one is a 1-year grant, so they all know, and,
so the pay will be adjusted if it goes away.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, we've had talks about this. If this court has done a really good job, and the previous courts too, have done a really good job with our employees. It's just if we can come back and do it before we.
I totally understand, that's my mistake.
Okay.
Yes, you guys have been very good to my department and for our works that we do, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
if
y'all,
we would just-
absolutely.
Again,
I totally understood.
all right, thanks. I have a motion, or we have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Item 7, approving monthly reports from elected officials.
Move.
Second. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Are we good? Jim? We're good?
Item 7?
No, I'm just saying, you were talking, I don't know if you got a question on the other. We're good?
Yeah, we're good, actually, we're good.
Number 8, I didn't know whether that was sarcasm or real.
No. If we're not, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Item 8, approving bills for payment.
Move.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Carlos, we're doing good on time?
Yes, sir.
Item 9, discussion possible action to approve auditor's report.
Move.
Second.
Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10, discussion possible action on the following budget adjustments. We'll take these one at a time because they're going to be a little bit, in case we have questions. County Attorney, transfer 1,000 from travel and trade.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All
Are
those
you
in favor?
tracking all those transfers?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
So when I ask for the report, we'll know what we do.
As far as the budget adjustments?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. We don't.
In other
It'll be
words,
there, always is.
Matt, in other words, are you on track?
We are. It's under the adjustment column inside your books, yes.
Okay. Had a motion, had a second. We took a vote 5-0. Item B, attorney, other, $40,000. We keep, our attorney bills keep going up, but we keep hoping that we're gonna be reimbursed from.
Motion to approve and get it from contingency?
That would be the play right now. Right now, we've got about 65,000. We're asking for 40 here. We're hoping for about a $40,000 reimbursement. We get about a 17% on what we spent on prior year. So once that comes in, but we're definitely going to come back again before the end of the year to ask for more.
And it's
What do we
really,
have under salary savings?
Mm-hmm.
let me have a motion.
I'll second it for discussion.
That'll work.
That has not been calculated yet. We would
Is there enough to
really,
cover these without hitting contingency?
or we can make contingency and then just bring back some salary appropriation savings and put that back into contingency.
And we had this,
Good, but
we had this
prefer to
conversation,
do it the other way.
we had this conversation day before yesterday.
Mhm.
And in visiting with Matt, if we go to pay other salaries or different things, it's gonna come back to us at some point.
That's correct, Judge. Typically, you want to say that towards the end, because when people do retire, we've got a comp buildup, we've got vacation buildup, we got also, and that's where the salary appropriation
That's
savings.
fine.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner.
Y'all wanna run out of contingency, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores. Commissioner Nettleton, just keep the second. Okay. All those in favor? Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. C, appraisal district, $37,350.87 from available appropriate. Okay, that'll work. Thank you. Matt, if you don't mind, we're gonna go to a public hearing, and then we'll come back to the other one. We're gonna skip item 30. Public hearing to allow the public to comment either for or against a replat establishing J.V. Vasquez subdivision out of lots A, B of Loop 17 Commercial Subdivision. Public hearing, 9:15, is now open. Does anybody want to comment on the replat of lots A, B out of Loop 79, Commercial Subdivision? I'll give it 15 seconds or something. And then if nobody says nothing, we'll close it. One, two.
Where exactly is that located?
That one is on, Lewis Drive. It's out where, I guess the easiest way to do it is part of past Valverde Park Estates. The big water tower that you see going to the base, if you're on 90 and you look out to the left-hand side, there's a big water tower.
Okay,
It's right past the water tower is the easiest way to put it.
okay. All right, thank you.
There was, some property that was purchased right on SL 79. The city actually had done some stuff off of Lewis a long time ago, which is across the street, and subdivided lots there. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's subdivision,
Uh,
2006.
2006. So this is right across the street. I don't know if that answers your question. Okay. Is there any other comments or questions or concerns? No?
Make a motion, Judge.
No, there's no motion. I'm just gonna close the hearing. Sir?
Doesn't need approval.
No, sir. It's just a hearing.
Okay.
So at this time, it is 9:17. The public hearing is closed. Did you want to go to that one? Okay. We're gonna go, we've done item 30 with mentioning the public hearing. We've done 31 opening the public hearing. We've done 32 by closing the public hearing. So right now, we're gonna go to 33. Discussion and possible action on final approval of replat establishing J.C. Vasquez subdivision out of lots A and B of Loop 79 Commercial Subdivision previously recorded in slide 667 of Valverde County Map of Records. Before we get started, J.C. Vasquez is Juan Carlos Vasquez, which is a commissioner for precinct 2, where this plat lies. Mr. Vasquez will be abstaining from any conversation or voting on this plat. Okay?
Motion to approve.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second, Commissioner Flores. And before we get started, on this, because there's probably gonna be concerns, it lies within the JASB, just to be completely transparent. We do not have a quorum for JASB, but at the end of the day, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that committee, just like other committees that we have in the county, are only for recommendation purpose anyway, and the ultimate decision is the courts. It isn't any of the committees that we have, okay? We did reach out to the base, to make sure that the base did not have an issue with this, and it lies outside of where stuff,
APCs.
what is it?
APCs.
Okay. It lies outside of the APC zone, and basically that's where the base considers that most of, has a tendency, if something goes wrong, it could drop out of the sky. Okay, so, and it does lie out of, the noise contours.
It is within the 69 decibel, but outside of the 65.
Yeah.
Correct.
But it's outside of where the base has an issue with, right? And I'm saying all this, usually we wouldn't have this conversation, but it is a county commissioner's piece of property. And I want to make sure that in case there's questions out there, we try to get them answered, before we have the questions. Okay? I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. I have a anybody against? I have a 4-0 vote with one person abstaining. We're gonna go back and get on track with everything else, if you don't mind. Are we good with that?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Matt? Item 10, number C, appraisal district, $37,350.87 from available appropriations. They had brought us a bill the first time, right? Well, go ahead, I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah, it's roughly around 48. We did get the reimbursement for prior year. Now, in their books for future litigation, we still are holding about 13,000 of their net assets is ours. It looks like they're going to hold on to that for future litigation. So this is going to be the number unless you, along with 3 other entities, can agree to liquidate that net asset. I don't know if that's going to happen. But for right now, it does need to be decided, but this is going to happen because when that comes, it's going to come certified, and we're on the clock when that bill comes certified. Otherwise, their late fee is quite substantial.
Motion to approve. Out of contingency.
Do we have enough money there?
We did.
So how are we gonna do it now? We got 40 and 37. We got 65, so.
Last I checked, their balance number was 79.
Oh, 79.
Yeah, that wasn't what he said a little while ago.
Oh,
He said 40, that's what's confusing. He asked what was there, and you threw out a number of 40,000.
Yeah.
40,000.
Well,
Oh, no, I believe I said 65.
Yeah,
of
65,
vouchers, of return vouchers that were sitting on.
I'll second that.
okay.
And I don't mean sitting on like
Nettleton,
that.
have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Thank you so much. Item 11, discussion possible action to approve the treasurer's report. We do have one move. Second, a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 12, discussion possible action to allow Brown Block Association to use the county stage for their annual September celebration.
Motion to approve. Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 13, discussion possible action to appoint members to the Texas Historical Commission. Before we get started on that, y'all should have had a list in y'all's packet. There was one individual that was added, yesterday, which was Mr. Kerr Wardlaw. There's a list of 12 individuals. We had sort of done this in perfect timing because we had a letter from the Texas Historical Commission, an email that they were wanting to take away our designation. I explained to her that we were going through the process of trying to reappoint. So we received another email from the state thanking the county for continuing this. So it's all good. Let me read the statutory directive. Bottom line is a minimum of 7 county residents, does not have a maximum number but a minimum. Appointees serve 2-year terms, so we'll need to do, whoever we appoint, we'll need to split them. And then they can, amongst themselves, come up with a plan on who's going to serve 2 years, 4 years, and go through that process.
Can they be elected officials?
Yes.
Judge, could we table this till the next meeting?
Okay, well, I don't care. I mean,
I'd like
it's
to make
up
a
to
motion.
Is that your motion?
Yes, sir.
I'll second that.
I have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw. Second, Commissioner Flores. And what I will do, since these people, Texas Historical Commission is really interested in this because they wanted to do away with it. I will send them an email, and then it will be put on the next meeting to hopefully be discussed and a decision to be made. Motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 14, discussion possible action to ratify the Texas Veterans Commission Transportation Grant. Second. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 15, discussion possible action on CEO LE certifications and assurance forms and authorize county judge and sheriff to sign this.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 16, discussion possible action on appointing members to Middle Rio Grande Board. The county judge sits on
Who do we have now?
what we have right now. We had, the two positions that are up right now is called the private sector. That should have been put in the book. If you didn't, I'll make sure y'all get it. Bottom line is, it's Ronald Montgomery, which is out of the private sector, and I have Art Sanchez, which is labor. We have Juan Vasquez, also out of the private sector. We have Rogelio Gonzalez out of education, Jorge Ramon, which is economic development, and Blanca Larson out of private sector. The two that I need names for right now is out of labor and out of the private sector to replace Mr. Sanchez and Ms. Montgomery. If y'all have names, I didn't want to be calling y'all one by one and go through that process, but if y'all have names, that I don't need a vote on it, I just need some names of who y'all might think that we can reach out to and put them on.
I've got one recommendation, Judge.
Okay. Please.
Recommendation would be for private sector would be Fernando Garcia.
Okay.
I don't know the name, but
He would be?
he didn't answer for me.
Okay. This one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry. that wasn't right. I've called you worse. But I'm sorry.
No, but there's about 6 of us in town, so, yeah.
So, well, I just needed to make sure. I did not mean that one in a bad way. Okay.
Can we bring this one back to the next meeting, our next meeting,
Well,
Judge? That way.
We don't need, what I need from y'all are names. So if y'all can come up with some names, get them to me because I don't need a vote.
Okay.
I don't need permission from the court, but I do want input from the court because I think it's necessary because bottom line is I appointed these individuals, but I want input from the court. I think this needs to be a court.
Yeah, no, sounds
Okay,
good.
but if y'all will call me,
Yes, sir.
and just let me know, I'll reach out to them. Just give me some names and I'll reach out to them. Commissioner, did you have you want to know if they could be an elected official?
I was just curious if it could be an elected official.
Okay. Yes. Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna move on. Item 17, discuss some possible action to approve an MOU between Valverde County Community Center and the Social Security Office and Grant County Judge Authority to sign.
Motion to approve is presented and have the judge sign.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 18, discussion possible action for invoice number 9 to be paid.
Motion to approve.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 19, discussion possible action to approve payment of invoice number 10.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 20, discussion possible action to ratify Jess Contracting change order number 1 for the community center project in the amount of $6,300. Change orders to relocate windows. Precinct 4 ARPA funds will be used. Have a motion.
Motion.
And do I have a second?
Second, yeah.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. Is there any discussion on this? If none, all in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 21, discussion possible action to award bid 2432 in the amount of $69,123 to Industry Science for a turnkey LED digital message board installed at the Valverde County Community Center. Project will be funded out of Precinct 4's ARPA funds.
Motion to approve bid 24-32 for the amount of $69,123.
All right. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores. Can I have a second? Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 22, discussion possible action to ratify an agreement for new electrical service for Precinct 1's water well.
Motion. Second.
A motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Flores. All in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 23, discussion possible action to approve the transfer of assets, ID 4063, 2015 Freightliner, VIN number GA31516 from Precinct 1.
Motion to approve.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 24, discussion possible action to authorize purchase agent to
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? You're doing pretty good so far. Motion carries 5-0. Item 25, discussion possible action to approve the addition of 26.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. We're approving 26 new ones, but we had to have the same things in the old ones, right?
Right, these are for the new devices that they ordered.
So the old ones are gonna do what? Because we're not gonna be using them anymore, right? So bottom line, we're just replacing them with new service,
I
but we'll get rid of some of the old service.
I believe we are.
Yeah. Okay. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 26, discussion possible action to approve the addition of 3 new seats. First, second. Commissioner Nettleton made a motion. Commissioner Flores gave the second. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action to approve the expenditure from insurance funds or available appropriations for the seating repairs in the county court at law. The money had come out of, had been budgeted on the second floor to come out of building maintenance. The problem is that we ended up with more issues, with the ceiling, and we didn't think it was right to go in there and leave it with all the cracks. So they fixed a lot of the cracks.
How much are we talking about?
It's around 9,500.
Okay. What do we have an insurance?
Maybe.
Okay. Motion.
Thank you. I said that real soft.
Yeah, no.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 28, discussion possible action to approve the purchase of 2024 Chevy passenger van in the amount of $49,000. A motion.
Who's this for? This van?
It's for the Veterans Office.
Oh, okay.
And it had been approved before, we just couldn't find one. Melissa had been looking. We were looking for a 15-passenger. This is a 12-passenger, which will be anything. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 29, discussion possible action for approval to declare.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. We've done 30, 31, 32, and 33. We'll move to 34. Discussion possible action on final approval of replat vacating setback lines and establishing lots D, E, and F, Block 22, Valverde Park, number 20, and number 2, out of Lot 19, Block 22, previously recorded in Volume 2, page 68, of the map of records of Valverde County. Jesus Christ.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. This replat is proposed by Amistad Consulting Services and the owner, Enrique Fuentes Garcia. This proposal consists in vacating the setback lines of the preceding plat and establishing Lot E, D, and F of the same Block 22. All of the lots are currently served by city water and sewer. There was a 6-inch sewer line extended along Dallas Drive. It was previously presented to Commissioners Court for the revision, and it's been on the county website for over 30 days, and notices went out to the neighbors within 200 feet.
Everything good with that, Mr. Clerk?
Yes, sir.
Motion approved.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 35, discussion possible action to revoke letter. Oh, that's mine. I'm sorry. I'm gonna abstain.
Discussion and possible action revoking letter of credit number 10-646 in the amount of $100,000 for subdivision improvements and authorize County Judge Pro Tem to sign certification of compliance with plat requirements of the Owens Family Subdivision.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, a second. Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor?
Aye.
I abstain.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-4, one abstention.
Item 36, discussion and possible action to authorize county judge to sign TCEQ application.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action on available OLD-CC implementation grant for the compatible use study. Carlos?
Yes, we received a request from the local defense community corporation to have a meeting tomorrow with them. We have someone from Washington visiting Laughlin, and they want to visit with us. And they just want to show us what opportunities are there available for grants for implementation on the compatible use study. And we just need direction from the court to see.
I've got a question on this. Okay, what are we talking about? I mean, we've been talking about compatible study for, I don't know, a couple of years already.
Mhm.
Where we at with this, and what specific area are we talking about?
So we were presented, with the plan, that showed the area, and we'll get you another copy, that shows the area and everything that the company that we hired, went through. Bottom line is, can you pull it up?
The compatible use study?
No.
The area?
The area. That way we'll get a better idea. Bottom line is, there's another grant in order to go through what the first company did to say this is what's needed. There's another grant that would help us try to implement it. I think Commissioner Nettleton had concerns the last time that we really didn't do that right. So there is another grant. That's how come they're coming tomorrow, to see if we would be interested in implementing the second phase. Wouldn't cost the county anything, but there's a grant opportunity. One of the main questions in all the talking that I did during his plat, is that whenever the area that they're talking about, the only time that we ever get anything from the base that says they don't want it is within a lot smaller area.
So are we targeting something in specific as
Yes.
to, you know, I mean?
Yes, and what we would end up doing, is do we want to keep the area that they focused on, or do you want to change it? But what we had done the last time was keep the area that was actually focused on, and when he brings it up, you'll be able to see it.
The area they feel comfortable with as to.
Yes, the area that was, that, when we sat in the meetings, the area that was decided that this is the area that we're gonna focus on and not do anything any further than that. Because at some point, they wanted to go in McKinney County, which that wasn't the decision.
This will allow you the ability for the JASB board to set up different zones for different types of development in different areas and determine what those developments will be. This grant would pay for implementing all of that and coming up with those different plans, so you could have multiple zones that says over here, you're gonna allow commercial there, 10-acre tracts, over here, this, that, and the other.
The red area.
The red area.
Can you tell? Can you see that?
Well, I can, but what part is SC Ranch and what part is?
It's not part of the.
It's Ranch is outside of that rectangle.
This is 79?
Yes, sir.
This is 79?
Yes, sir.
So, this little part right there is in it. But that's the part that we just applied for a grant for in order to keep it natural. Everything, bottom line is, there's a little part on the other side. The court had talked about, maybe some industrial or commercial development. SC Ranch, on the other side of SC 79, it's all out of it except this one little part there.
Yeah.
But commercial development, depending on the lights and everything else, it's compatible. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. For today? Might have another one next time.
Do I stay here?
Oh, sir. Judge, please, go down and sit down.
What do you need from us, Carl?
They were requesting to have a meeting, tomorrow, and I was asking if the judge can be there on that meeting.
I told Carlos to put this on for the simple reason that we're gonna be applying for another grant. And this is what's gonna have to make a decision. Are we gonna follow the study? Are we not gonna follow the study? Are we going to take out certain areas of the study? You know, my deal is, when we ask the base, and I'm not throwing rocks at the base, but when we ask the base, whether they approve or disapprove, they always go back to, the sound, and they always go back to the AP.
Which is the blue one, to the end of the runway on both sides.
So,
And this one.
so the area that they looked at is a heck of a lot smaller than the area that we looked at. So we're gonna have to come up with a decision. Do we wanna move forward with this grant? We'll bring it back to y'all after we have a discussion tomorrow. But what one are we gonna follow? Because the base is really only concerned with a couple of smaller areas, right? So, I wanted Carlos to put this on the agenda, that way y'all understand that they're coming to us and we're gonna have a meeting with them, and it's fixing to get a little bit hairy. Right? It is what it is, right? Yeah, I mean, he ain't saying anything, but, you know, we're gonna have to pick a set of rules to follow.
I would suggest you go to the meeting, find out, and then bring it back to.
That's what I want. Okay. I just want to make sure that y'all understood that it was there and that, you know, we're moving forward. Okay. I would appreciate it, just put that form on
I'll
motion.
make a motion to authorize the judge and Carlos to go to meet on the implementation grants at the base.
Second that, Judge.
I have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, and Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 38, discuss, that's yours, that's mine.
Is that yours?
Mm-hmm.
Discussion is on item 38, discussion and possible action on order of acceptance of dedication of roads and right of ways from the Owens Point Family Subdivision Unit 2, accepting RJ Lane for county maintenance.
Motion.
Second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Wardlow, a second by Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
I abstain.
One abstention. Four, one abstention.
All right. Item 39, discussion possible action on approving lease between Valverde County and Justin Benefit Roping on behalf of Justin.
Judge, I'd like to make the motion, I'd like to, call this a benefit.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
I'll move my motion. What are we doing?
When you call it a benefit, I guess you're trying to get to where they don't pay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the reason that we would do it because they don't pay, because it's going to benefit scholarships or?
For health reasons.
Hmm?
Health reasons.
Who's health?
Oh, what? Health reasons?
Yeah.
Is it a benefit for them? They're trying to raise money for?
Somebody with a health,
Yes.
health issue?
Yes.
It's a fundraiser.
Fundraiser.
It's a fundraiser, okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Booker, had a motion?
Well, I withdrew my motion because I wasn't sure what we were doing.
Thank you, Ben.
What do we want to do?
He's wanting to not charge the individuals because they're trying to have an event to raise funds, basically, it's a fundraiser.
Medical expenses,
Yeah.
benefit, fundraiser.
Is this an annual deal or is this? per
No,
month?
one-time deal.
Motion to approve at no cost.
Second. Insurance though?
Yes. I'll amend my motion to require that they provide insurance.
Second, accept. Motion, Commissioner Middleton, second, Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 40, discussion possible action to accept 2025 sheriff's and constable fee report. Second. Motion, Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 41, discussion possible action to request.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 42, discussion possible action to request issuance of county credit card for Valverde County Sheriff's Office. Okay. A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 43, discussion possible action on.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in, Commissioner Vasquez and Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 44, discussion possible action on.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. We did item 45. We go to item 46, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code 8551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses A, contemplated litigation, C 551.072 regarding purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property and possible action, open session thereafter, D 551.073 regarding the negotiated contract, lease, or value of real property and possible action, open session thereafter, E 551.076 regarding security device, security audit, and/or security personnel. Take a little break, give us the room, we'll come back to executive session. Come back in. There it is. All right. We're back out from executive session. No action was taken. It's 10:27. Any commissioners' comments? None. Any county judges' comments? None. Item 49. Motion to adjourn. Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? This meeting is adjourned. Thank y'all.